Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Hood Take. It's been
What's
2
good?
weeks and we are
What's good?
officially back, everybody.
We are back.
Everybody, what's going on? Clap it up, man. Clap it up. Clap it up, man. What's going on, fellas? Man, Brandon, GB, Rico,
Yep.
what's going on?
What's good?
Good.
How y'all
Good.
feeling?
How was the 4th of July for everybody?
It was great. It was great. How about yourself?
It was good. It was cool.
Brandon,
Pretty good.
you wasn't here last week. I mean, the last previous episode, so it's good to have you back.
Definitely.
I'm glad to see everybody here, man. You know, I miss you guys, man. It's a lot has been going on in the NBA. We see what can happen within 2 weeks. The NBA finna start back. We got UFC. You know, we got a lot of stuff going on to talk about today. But we have a special guest,
Very
special guest, and he doesn't need any introduction. My boy Mike, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
My guy,
What's going on, guys?
the founder
I
of
appreciate you having me on.
Hey.
I was just on my phone. That's why I was a little quiet. I was sharing this episode on Facebook Live.
sir.
You know,
Yes,
but
man.
Same here.
I'm all ready to go. I know you guys are all locked
We
in,
locked
so I'm
in.
ready to talk.
We are, man, and you are the founder of NBA Buzz, correct?
Yes, sir.
NBA Buzz on Facebook and official NBA
56
Buzz
viewers.
on Instagram,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yep.
Man,
Yep.
how are you, brother?
I'm all good, man. You didn't mention, not trying to brag, but I got close to 3 million followers
Yes,
total.
sir.
I'm letting you know
big.
that's
Yes,
big,
sir.
man.
That's something to brag about.
That's blessing, brother. Man, this is your first Facebook Live, correct?
First Facebook Live. I'm happy I'm doing it with you guys.
Thank
I'm
you.
Thank you, man. It's
Thank
an
you.
honor, man.
It's an honor.
It's
It's
an
a
honor,
blessing.
man. So, how is it out there in New York, man? You're from New York, correct?
Yeah, I'm out here in Long Island, New York. I mean, we're experiencing some crazy weather right now, but other than that, enjoying the summer out here in New
Man,
York.
yes, sir.
Being in New York for the summer has got to be one of the best spots you could be. In the winter, that's a different story. I'm not too crazy about it, but in the summer, it's all
Summer in
good.
New York is nice.
Summertime in NY, where the vibes at, right?
Right.
Sure, man. NYC is always popping, just not during the quarantine.
if you had to
Right.
make that transition, Cali or NY?
Ooh.
If you ever been to
Well,
Cali?
Listen, I haven't been, but I'd have to live in Hollywood Hills, if
Oh
anything.
man,
Or, like,
in the hills is where the
overlooking
vibes at
hills,
too,
yeah.
man.
Huh?
Man,
If I'm coming out there, I'm doing it big.
you got
so.
to,
Gotta
man.
do
Look at
it.
this, you got to, man.
Hollywood, baby.
We're gonna celebrate the right way.
Got
So, tell us a little bit about NBA Buzz. Like, how did you come up with that?
Yeah, so NBA Buzz just started, and it still is just a hobby of mine. Started in 2012 when I was only 12. I'm 21 now.
Okay.
I know you guys are a little bit older than me.
Yeah, we some
So I've been on the
old
grind.
heads.
It's all good. Been on the grind for a really long time, man. Just every day staying consistent. And the way it started, I mean, I was trying to join other pages and they kept turning me down because I was freaking 12 years old.
Uh-huh.
They didn't think I had any basketball knowledge or anything like that. So they kept turning me down and started NBA Buzz January 17, 2012. And here we are, July 11, 2020, still going strong.
Congratulations, brother, man.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Strong. On
And at
top
3
of that.
million, man, see what investing in yourself and putting in all the work and just doing it
Yeah,
without no
seeing
help,
the
man.
vision
Seeing
when
your
nobody
Yeah,
else did.
sure.
Exactly. And I admire you, man. I've been following your page for like 2 years now, and just see how consistent you are with the reports and everything, man, from stats to end the game, end game results, everything that you need to find out about basketball, NBA wise. I come to your page, and it's an honor to have you on the show, man.
Yeah,
It's a
it
real
really
honor,
is.
man.
Yeah.
Having me, and I appreciate the kind words, guys. When I hear that, it makes me feel good that all my work,
Paying-
it's paying off. I know I got all these fans, but I don't always hear it from them. And hearing it face to face, it feels
And
good.
shout out to your fans, whoever's watching, man.
Yes,
Thank you guys for
sir.
tuning in
Yes,
to this
thank you
special
for
edition
tuning
of
in.
Hood Take, man. Actually, it's NBA Buzz taking over Hood Take, you know?
Yes,
Right,
sir.
it's
This
takeover.
is takeover, man. So, the show
Here
was
we
you.
go.
The show
Yep.
was on you, man.
Uh-huh.
And we ready. We've been waiting 2 weeks for this, man.
2
Hop
weeks.
in. Ready for me to take over a little
Let's
bit?
let's
go,
do it,
man.
man.
Let's get it.
Put our basketball IQ on the line, man. Let's
So
test
how'd
it.
y'all come about? How'd y'all meet anyway?
We're
Listen,
saving that
I'm
for
not
the
even-
end.
Oh, okay.
Man,
I didn't know about
that. You never know what you get with Hood Take, you know?
It's live out here.
You know?
You want to do it now? You want to do it now? How I came across
Yeah,
Denzel?
Let's do origin
let's
story.
adjust the
Let's-
beat,
let's
man.
get
Let's
it.
adjust the beat. All right, so look.
Let's adjust.
Let's adjust the beat,
story.
man. You know what? So we can, have a good little flowing show.
Yeah, most
So, like a few episodes ago, we were talking about the Dirk Nowitzki and KD ring comparison. So us being in Cali, you know, we thought we were doing so. We thought that was a topic that nobody ever touched on. So that was like one of the greatest, like one of my best scenes, you know, one of the best scenes that I think we've done as a collective. So that's something that I've been promoting, you know, since we did it. And I woke up one morning, and then I seen that NBA Buzz put out a poster of which ring is, you know, whose ring is more valuable. So I had to like switch my eyes. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. So I didn't get mad, but I was just like, okay, you know, this guy has this many followers. It's just like, you know, it's getting a lot of credit, you know, like where our credit, and it was on TV. ESPN reported it too, right? So I'm like, well, damn. I'm like, you know, can I get, you know, so I get some credit. So I'm like, okay, let me get this guy attention. So I went to the Instagram for, you know, for anybody that don't know the nickname of it. I put it on my story. I'll put like, yo, WTF, like, you know, NBA Buzz, like, what's going on? So I'm like, you know, if he see it, he see it. So I guess it's later on that night. I logged back on Instagram.
I get the good old DM.
Yeah, hit the good old DM. But what happened? How I knew, you know, what made me go check the DMs when I looked at my my notifications, and it said NBA Buzz followed you, and then you liked the video. So I'm like, oh, this dude is just being sarcastic now. You feel? I see what type of time you on. So I went to I was going to DM you, but then I went to my DM and I seen that you had wrote me. And he was like, "Hey man, I've been talking about this way before you did." And I'm like, "Well, no, you didn't." You know, so you know, And then, but after that, you know what? We topped it up. You know, we chopped it up, and we became good friends after that. You know, and I thank you, man, because you could have went about it a whole lot of ways. You could have been, you know, a hole. You could have been like, man, you know, you're below me. You know, you're nobody. You could have went about it a whole different way. But the fact that you sat there and said, you know what, you know, you guys did a good job of reporting it, you know, and this is just how the business is. You know, sometimes you're going to do things where a lot of people might say the same thing too. So don't get mad. Just like, just basically, you know, just take it as it is, you know. And,
and I'll piggyback off that, Denzel. To be honest, why, you know, as when I was younger, if I was younger, young kid in the beginning of NBA Buzz, I might have blew you off and got offended and be like, who the hell is this? Who's this guy coming at me? I got all these followers.
Exactly.
Well, from what I realized, trying to get into the journalism field and being kind of like a kind of notable figure, you know, behind NBA Buzz, I could use your platform and my platform to make good for the two of us. So, you know, me coming on here, you know, sharing my platform with yours and vice versa, and just becoming friends and getting you guys' contacts. So that's the reason why I matured in that sense, and you know, and everything's a win-win situation.
25-year-old or even 23 years old Denzel would have been like, man, I'm finna go up on this guy. I'm finna talk a whole bunch of mess. Like, man, take this whoop off. But I'm 27, more mature, and I have to understand, like, you know, things happen. And like I said, we had a good conversation. And you know, another thing too, I was like, when I asked you, how about we go on the show, and you was like, let's do it, you know, without no hesitation. Yeah, and like I said, man, the fact that you're way in New York, never met a day in our life, never even talked, and the fact that you agreed to do this and put it together, and you know, your platform is very, very popular, you know, so the fact that you're on the show with us, you know, and our brand, we're trying to bring up our brand. That's a lot of love, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that,
definitely
man.
a lot
Yeah,
of love,
man. Thank you. Listen, if there's anything I could say, I think the best thing you could be in the world is being humble. Yeah. And I mean, you know, just going out and having fun, talking basketball. I mean, hey, there's nothing better than that. Exactly. So here we are.
We are, man.
And listen, since this is an NBA Buzz takeover, I'm gonna put it on you guys.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Whose ring was more valuable?
Who?
Dirk's 2011 championship ring, or both of KD's rings with the Golden State Warriors?
I'll say B. Go ahead first, because B wasn't. We haven't got his take on it.
Yeah, we haven't. There's a whole lot of
set the tone.
Yeah, a whole lot of
hey, just to set the record straight, y'all did call me on Skype and FaceTime.
Yeah.
And I gave y'all my opinion, but I think it's Dirk. I think it was Dirk, just because he stayed loyal to the soil. He ain't switch. He ain't have to switch teams and go team up with a 72 or a 9 team. And I don't know. He just did it the natural way, the most natural way you could win a championship.
I feel Dirk ring is more valuable just because, like I stated in the previous episode, just the way he got it. stayed with one team. I know GB, he stated that, everybody know he went to Kobe, went to LeBron for that year. He had a good supporting cast. He didn't have no other superstar next to him. You get me? He stayed loyal to the soil. He got it from the trenches, being eliminated from that Miami Heat team in, 2006, right? Yeah, 2006 when they got eliminated.
No.
Yep.
No?
Well,
I'm not listening to you. You
No,
don't know what you're talking about.
right.
But anyway,
He
he got eliminated from the Heat, and to come back and beat the super team Miami Heat was just like, the icing on the cake. And, he did it the right way. Dirk, I feel like Dirk ring is more valuable than KD ring because how he did it.
So what do you think?
I'll
GB?
hop in too.
Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead, Mike.
I agree with the two of you. But who doesn't agree over here?
Me.
I want to know who doesn't
Me.
agree. You
Definitely
guys.
me.
Who's that? Rico?
Yeah.
Let's hear it, Big Reese.
KD's ring is more valuable because of the storyline behind it and how OKC messed up on 3 MVPs coming together and being a team all together. Then he had to battle and keep battling and keep battling and keep losing when OKC could have kept James Harden, made a extreme super team before super teams was even a thing.
Yo,
His
that's
storyline.
not making no sense.
His storyline.
That's not
He
making no
drifted away from the point.
Listen,
But
hold on.
That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead. I'm gonna explain it. His storyline of dominance beforehand outweighs his decision to go to the Golden State Warriors and be dominant to the
so do
point
you
where. Can I finish?
Hold on, I gotta hop in.
Can I-
I gotta hop in.
Can I finish
Please
though?
hop.
Can I just finish the whole thing before y'all hop in?
There
Most
we go.
def. All right. His dominance, you knew exactly when he signed that those championships were coming. I think that is more significant than Dirk's championship ring. That was a mystery, and that is it.
Wait. Go ahead, Mikey. Go ahead. Get
Go
it.
ahead.
Stay with you before I rip
Go
a new one.
Go ahead.
I see what you're saying.
Mikey, please don't. What
But
do
I
you
don't
see?
agree.
What do you?
What do you?
Listen,
What do you hear?
hey, I gotta be fair.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen, Rico, you were saying how he kept losing and losing and losing in OKC, but then he got bailed out. He started playing with Klay Thompson,
Yes,
Stephen
you.
Curry, 73-9 team.
73-9. Who won a championship without him?
This powerhouse, when he could have done it on his own in OKC if he just waited it out a little bit. They would have built around
No, they
him.
wouldn't. The front office
Okay.
clearly
gotta-
wasn't going to build around him. It wasn't because they had the championship team in 2011, and then 2011.
10.
Then all they needed to sign Harden was about $7 million more to go into the luxury tax. Then after that, they just kept making trade after trade after trade, not getting another superstar. Then they let go of Serge Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
my
No,
argument.
So-
but that he wasn't going to prosper with that front office, and he saw it, and it was clear.
Okay.
So he made the best basketball decision.
Yeah,
Excuse
but
me.
how,
And be
but if
dominant.
you expect a ring, how is that more significant than somebody that you're not gonna expect that's gonna win? When you go into a championship game, you want to go into it not knowing who is gonna come out and be on top. You want to go this way, that's way. But when KD joined the Warriors, it was like, oh shit.
It's a mindset
Why we gonna
difference.
wa-
If
why-
I go
why we
into
gonna watch the series anyway?
Go ahead.
just to see
Wait,
KD
and
shoot
also
threes?
you can't forget the fact that KD and Russell was like one of the top 10 players in the league at the time too.
he had 3 top
yeah.
10 players
Yep.
in the league, and they couldn't pay one of them. And then they kept
But
They
trading.
kept the two of them.
But damn,
they kept Russell
why they
Westbrook and
couldn't-
Kevin
why
Durant.
they
What else do
couldn't
you
win?
need?
Harden,
the third one. They lost
Harden
with the
wasn't
third
top
one.
10.
Oh my god.
Harden wasn't top 10 at that.
No,
But
he
you saw it
wasn't.
was
No, he was
coming.
definitely not top
That's what
10.
I'm
It
saying.
was coming.
You saw it.
Sure.
You definitely saw that it was coming.
But prior to him leaving OKC, it was Russell and KD. They almost beat the Warriors, right?
They beat
Yeah.
the Warriors.
They almost beat the Warriors.
They didn't beat the Warriors. They lost to the Warriors, but they should have.
They should have beat them.
No,
And
they
should've
KD
beat
should have
them.
came
I'm saying
back
they
and,
should've came
and
back.
ran it back with them. niggas.
Exactly.
Just
They
how
had-
if
they
I
didn't
beat
need
you
no
on
star-
2K, if I beat you on 2K, I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna give you a run back. KD didn't even
They-
get
they
him that
didn't-
run
he
back.
didn't need
Russell. He left Russell there like, all right, well, shit. Russell,
Okay.
you got to figure out for
I'm
yourself.
gonna
big
put it
dog.
to you like this. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Talking about a run back. Let's say we make it to the finals. We're all young. It's 23, 22. like 24 type.
Mm-hmm.
We all make it to the championship. You clearly see that these 3 entities you can't stop. If the front office be like, okay, we're gonna trade them because we can't afford $7 million, then goes out and keep making trades for lesser talent, you're gonna stay loyal to that team knowing that they can't make it.
But the only reason
let JB go.
But you're taking away the value aspect of it. We're not like LeBron James in Miami. His ring in Cleveland is more valuable than his 2 rings in Miami. Wouldn't you think to him?
Yes, most
into
definitely.
NBA.
Okay, so if you feel like that, then why don't you feel like
that's what I'm saying?
Dirks is more valuable than Kevin Durant?
It's not about building the best team.
Yes, it is.
It's about
that's exactly
it's about the
that's
nature of the
contradicting your own
championship.
point.
No, it's not.
Yes, you are.
That's when
because
that's when the more valuable comes back into play.
That's where the most valuable aspect comes, just like you said, comes into play.
Okay. With that being said, even though that they are building teams and things of that nature, it's not like KD don't go out. You see what I'm talking about? You're not taking me serious.
I'm listening.
Nah, it's not like KD didn't go out and go to
You
other
want me to be
superstars.
serious, but I'm not.
No, I know you don't understand. So I'm going.
We're not going to understand because you're saying the same thing that doesn't make any sense. Like,
no,
it makes perfect.
It makes perfect sense. If you're playing for a franchise and you know for a fact that you have a window of being great, are you going to stay for that franchise knowing that they can't get the job done? Or are you going to go to a franchise where you know they can get the job done?
I mean, Dirk
did it. Hold on. Like LeBron, right?
We're talking about value, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But we're talking about value between Dirk and KD.
We're not talking about loyalty.
We're not talking about
okay,
put it like this.
But
okay.
that's the value.
Like
that's the value that you're putting on
NBA,
for
right?
loyalty.
Hold on,
you're putting more value on loyalty than being dominant. And I'm saying that being dominant is way better than being loyal.
Okay.
And I don't care what anybody else
says.
says.
So Dirk wasn't dominant?
Mike,
no, he wasn't. Because if he was dominant, he would have had one more. He would have had way more. He wasn't dominant.
What you got to say,
Dirk
Mike?
took over that whole series.
Tim Duncan was dominant.
Mike,
it was dominant over years.
Let Mike go.
I hear you with the dominant over loyalty, but then look at how people depict KD now. There's a whole stain on his name because he joined that super team. And I'm not saying he cares, but in the all-time ranks, I mean, people are going to have that against him, a little asterisk next to his name, that he joined a team that was one of the greatest teams ever when he could have got it done on his own, but he couldn't.
It's the whole reason why the question is asked in the first place.
Exactly. That's why people get so fired up and why it's so interesting.
I get you.
And like we said, we're not taking anything away of KD getting the ring, but when it comes to what's valuable, is that ring.
Right.
He got some hardware, but the way how he got it versus how the way Dirk got it.
I get you.
Okay.
But that's exactly the argument that I'm challenging. People think that for you to stay loyal and stay down, that's what matters more importantly.
So if Kobe got his 5, if he got them 2 rings, going to another teaming up with somebody else, would they be more would they be valuable just like they are now?
If he was to go to another team
and team up
this is what I'm saying.
No, I'm finna kill the whole point right
now.
Go
ahead.
Rico, you go to the NBA, right? You from LA, right? You play for the Lakers, right?
Is it hold on. Let me get you. Is the Lakers a proven championship entity where I can win?
No, that's bro. You like what?
Can you win? Can you win on the Lakers? That's what I'm saying.
Listen.
This is my argument. Can you win on the Lakers?
Listen, no, I'm just using the Lakers.
Go ahead.
You from here?
Go ahead.
You the top player, right?
Yeah.
You get drafted by the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
You come in the league 21, you leave maybe 24, 25, right? You going somewhere else. You win 2 rings there, right? You come back to the land, you win 1 here. Which one is more valuable? The one that you win in your hometown or the one that you didn't win off piggybacking off 2 other people?
The one that I went from my hometown, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely.
So in Dirk case,
rap. There you go. That's the conversation.
But y'all placing value.
Listen, guys,
Mike, go ahead, Mike.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a rap.
That's it.
Go.
Rico is a firm believer that. You're a firm believer that KD 2 rings is more valuable than Dirk's.
Yes,
done
most
deal.
definitely.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Buffoon of the day.
Crazy.
Mike, take it over.
Crazy.
Now, guys, how about that NBA bubble, man?
Oh man,
now, listen,
NBA bubble.
Yeah.
We could talk about so many different aspects of everything, but I know you guys like to have fun. I know you guys like to joke around. How are these players going to go 3 or 4 months without seeing their women?
It's not
3 or
happening.
4 months without alcohol, doing their own thing at home, going out, seeing their family. What's going to be the biggest challenge in the bubble?
Ooh.
Space. Everybody need their space. You can find in the bubble with your teammates all day and other players, and I don't know. It depends on the players really.
How quickly do you get your results back when you get testing for COVID? Do
I
anybody,
think it's the next day.
the next day? I think
they're doing it rapid, quick.
I think their family get free testing to let them in and stuff like that, or anybody really. I think these grown millionaires ain't no way they stay in solitude and not doing anything, especially up in Florida. That's out.
I heard they eating good up there. I heard they eating steaks and lobsters and stuff
They
like
not
that.
eating good. No, I feel like, I think the family comes into play.
Yeah.
You know, being around your loved ones, being around, or just being around people outside of the NBA. You know,
Coaching
you
staff.
see them on a regular. So and you see your family, a little bit later. So basically, if I was in the bubble and it came to me, I'll be, it'll be me not being able to see my family. Being locked away to myself, seeing the same face 24 hours. All I know is, even though for a long period of time, all they knew was sleep, basketball, and school. So now that they're being grown men and being so, used to just being playing basketball for only a short period of time, like getting game ready and all that, and then
it don't make too much
being
sense
homesick.
at
Being
all.
homesick most definitely is going to
I
be
got
the
another
toughest.
question. If there was one player in the NBA to get a groupie, like some rock and roll band or something, bring them, sneak them into the bubble or something like that, who would be that player?
JR.
Consistent JR.
JR, man.
Yeah.
Shout out JR, man.
Team Swish.
Back
Shout out JR.
back to he in the land, man. So bring it home, baby.
Uh-huh.
Shout out
For
to
Kobe.
my boy.
Nah, I mean, yeah.
It's
it's
JR.
probably
JR. I seen that they had to ban him because he was talking bad about the food, So he already started off on the wrong track,
And he hasn't even stepped foot on with the
At
Lakers
all.
yet.
He even stepped foot on the practice court, man. How you get banned already online? Come on, man. Come on, Hitty. Come on, Hitty. JR. JR, Hitty.
And then I know we were talking about this also, Denzel. Sleeper pick to win in the bubble, NBA champion. I'll start it off. I'm gonna go with the Denver Nuggets, man.
Ooh.
They got Nikola Jokic.
He tested positive.
Losing a lot of weight over there. He did test positive, but he's back.
Oh, he's back?
They got a lot of depth. They got a lot of youth. And, with this bubble, you don't know who's going to come out because you don't know who's been really training in quarantine and who's kind of just been sitting around. I saw Joel Embiid said he's been sitting on his butt just in quarantine. And he could be, Shaq level.
Mm-hmm.
And Shaq always rips him all the time that he just doesn't work hard. So when I heard that, I'm like, come on, Joel.
Right.
You feed into what Shaq's saying, that you sit on your butt, you do nothing all day, and now he's telling the media that. So, a lot of things could change. So who are your guys' sleeper picks?
I
like
am
Portland.
very sold on the Miami Heat. Very sold. I am a fan of Jimmy Butler. I am a fan of Tyler Hero. I am a fan of what's his name?
Chris Nunn,
Bam
Bam
Adebayo.
Derrick Jones.
I love that Miami Heat team, and I think they can make a good push because they have young people that's really NBA ready. Very Tyler Hero, like a Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Buckets is always on go, no matter what. And I seen a little clip of them just doing shoot around. Look like they haven't lost a beat. They look good in shape. And I also like my leg show. I like my leg show.
They not a sleeper. They the dominant. They the over.
They're not a sleeper, but listen, that'll take us into the next one.
They could be a
Who
sleeper.
you guys got?
Wait. Let me get on my sleeper. My sleeper.
Good.
Let me get on the sleeper. I'm gonna say Mavericks, the Mavs.
That's a
I
good
think
pick.
they got a real good. I think they got a real good shot.
Yeah.
And
They need another wing player.
they do. Yeah, I agree with you on that. But I still think that they have enough of a
They
shot
got
to
the-
get it over.
They got the
if
two pieces.
everybody else is sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? They have a system that works, and everybody spreads out. Everybody is a ball mover. There's not a lot of unselfish superstars, so you're gonna have to rotate a lot, especially when they are on offense. I think that's a team that can steal it.
I like that pick, Joe, but I got a question. When I think of the Mavericks, I feel like they're a piece away.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, they got Seth Curry off the bench, who's nice, obviously, but Tim Hardaway at the shooting guard, I mean, he's just too inconsistent. He could be on, he could be off. So Rico, who would
You
it
know
be?
all
Who do you
about
think
you know all about that
be?
Tim Hardaway, huh?
Tim
I-
Hardaway, yep. That
Oh,
one
man.
too. Yeah.
I thought he was going to be the next good, shooter like a J.R. Smith, and he comes here. He'll put up 25 one night, then he'll freaking put up 25 over the next, 20 games, all combined.
Facts.
He's just very inconsistent.
Facts. But
Yeah.
what was the question you wanted to spit out for the Mavericks?
Yeah. Before we got to take it to the top. Who are your guys' championship picks?
Oh, it's Lake Show.
Los Angeles Lakers.
That's Lake Show. All day.
I'm rolling with the Lakers, but it's a dude named Kawhi Leonard in the back, man. It's a dude named Kawhi. It's a dude named Kawhi Leonard. That's a
And
bad
Kawhi
man.
is the little engine that could, but Paul George, I don't have no faith.
Hey man,
You
because
don't have faith?
Kawhi Leonard did it. He did it last year by himself.
yeah.
He had with the
Not by himself.
not by, but
But that was under different circumstances, though. You got Paul George and all these pieces on your team. You gotta get them involved too. And in Toronto, he was just here. Kawhi, go.
Well,
Make
not
a play.
necessarily.
Yes, necessarily.
I think people are asleep on that team.
Without Kawhi,
Without
Toronto
Kawhi,
has
Toronto's
chance.
second.
Yeah, Toronto's
Man,
a good
Toronto
Second in
has
the
no
East.
chance
Toronto's a good team.
in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
Toronto's-
They're
team.
they're,
Lot of
they're
potential.
great.
I don't buy
They're
it.
really good. They're very.
I would go
very
Dallas.
good.
I would go Dallas and Miami.
I got the Hawks
You
over
didn't
there.
say his pick. You said Dallas.
Dallas or Miami.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my sleepers. As my favorites, I'll have to go Clippers. That's my team I'm rocking with.
Now listen, Clippers. I want to see what you guys think about this. When I think about that Clippers team, I feel like they're so stacked that they could almost be stepping on each other's toes come playoff
Yes.
time.
Same here.
I feel
That's
like-
why
I don't think
said
their
what I said.
personalities on that team will
Yeah, I
allow
don't
them to
think
do
it's-
that.
That's why.
I think
And that's
everybody-
why I said what I said about the Kawhi Leonard situation. Him in Toronto.
yeah.
It's two different
I
personalities.
think the
on
Clippers
the
got
team.
bullies. They got bullies. They got Beverly, Marcus
everybody-
Morris.
Everybody know their role.
Yeah, and then
Lou Williams know what he's
Yeah.
gonna do. Pat Bev know what he gonna bring defense. Montrez, defense a dog. Paul George, he can come in play with that second unit. Kawhi Leonard take over the game.
I think
they're
they're
very well,
missing-
and they got Doc Rivers, who's a amazing coach.
Yeah.
So they're well coached as well.
I think they're missing a defensive anchor.
Who
as a big.
Who else
They
are they
got-
missing?
As a big defensive anchor.
Yeah,
I really think that they.
Ibaka and Montrez is nice for them.
Yeah.
And Montrez comes off the bench.
I mean, Montrez get eat up by anybody.
He don't
that's
get eat up,
6'11".
bro. He don't
Yeah.
get eat up.
Listen,
On
I
defense,
He
yes.
definitely doesn't get eat up. No, Montrez is a dog.
Okay.
He's a rebound fool.
All right. I'm just
What are
saying.
you
Look
watching? Last year?
Look at who he match up against on defense. Anybody that's 6'11", he gets dogged in
He
the
don't
post.
get dogged.
Yes, he does.
Who- by
His
who?
defense is
Who's dogged
lacking.
him?
I'm
Who's
just
dogged
saying.
him?
AD
But
is
who?
killing them. Of
AD.
course,
Anthony
Karl
Davis kills
Karl
everybody.
Anthony
Yeah,
Towns
that's what
kills
I'm saying.
everybody.
That's how-
But
That's
I mean, you can't-
matchup. That's
yeah,
what I'm
but you can't
saying.
whack him out the picture just because he AD. He's still a
Exactly.
player in the NBA.
Exactly.
but
He's still gonna have to go up against
we
him.
talking about AD dogging everybody. We could say that about Nicolo because AD dogged him too.
But
That
but
is
overall,
true. Yeah, that's what I'm
Montrez is
saying.
a dog.
Yeah,
But
Montrez
that's
is
what I'm
hard.
saying. They got
Don't
those
count him out because
Don't
of
count him
Anthony
out.
Davis.
But what Rico is saying, anybody over 6'11", he's not gonna be as dominant as y'all making him seem.
Montrez Harrell is 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah. Now I'm talking
nice.
about on offense. He's going to do what he does.
Yeah, offense
feel
gonna
me?
do what he does, but he's a defensive liability. That's why he said they need a defensive anchor.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he's a defensive.
Nah, he's not a
liability.
liability.
I
Yeah.
think
It's just
he's a
that
liability.
they need
he's
a
a-
true anchor. They need
Who?
someone.
Who can
Yeah.
fit? Who can fit this?
Listen, Rico, I agree. I'm thinking about they need like a prime Tyson Chandler
Yes.
type
Yeah.
guy who just
Yes.
lays it all out on defense.
Yes.
7'1" anchor, and that I think I agree
Yes.
that they don't have that. Other thing, they got everything else but that.
I think they're trying to make Zubac into that role, but I don't think Zubac is ready to
He's not fully there yet,
to
but-
get there as a defensive anchor. I think that's what they're
Good point.
looking for out of him. Most definitely.
Yeah. And then, fellas, we just saw over the last couple of weeks, J.R. Smith gets signed, Jamal Crawford gets signed, and also Michael Beasley in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Bees got
Who's
picked
somebody
up.
else?
Oh,
Yeah, I wouldn't take-
Wait, Mike. You know what? Let's say that question. Let's take a quick commercial break, okay?
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
All
Let's say
good.
that. All right. Thank you guys for watching
Yes,
Hood Taker.
sir.
We'll be right back with this quick commercial break. Yo. Welcome back, everybody.
Yes,
Welcome back to
sir.
another episode of Hood Take. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Denzel. We got Rico. We got GB. We got Brando.
Yes, sir.
And we got our special guest, Mr. Mikey, a.k.a.
Mr.
NBA
Mikey.
Buzz, a.k.a. official NBA. You know, all that good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what
Inside
time
Buzz,
it is.
everything. He
Yes,
do it
sir.
all.
He do it all. What can this man not do?
Man.
Right.
What I can't do is maybe you guys won't agree with me on my MVP prediction,
Ooh.
but we'll cover that after.
Okay.
Okay.
What I was leading off last time was saying, we saw JR get picked up, Jamal Crawford and Michael Beasley get picked up. Who else should be picked up? I'm gonna go with Isaiah Thomas. Oh man, I just got a little brain freeze. But other than IT, who you guys got?
I got Nick Young. Definitely.
Yeah, I like
he needs
swag.
to get picked up.
Yeah, us being from LA,
Yeah.
and we are, I've been a fan of Nick Young back to 2011.
Drew League
Drew
days.
League,
Yep, Drew League days.
I'm always a
Yeah.
fan of Nick Young. I
I
feel
would like to see him on the Blazers.
That's a good.
I
That's
would
a
love
yeah.
to see
That's
him
a,
on the
that would be a
Blazers.
good fit for him right there. Especially
He would bring some power off that
yeah,
bench.
and
you
with
know?
them losing Trevor Ariza due to the whole coronavirus. Oh well, no, with him, with his whole family issue. I don't want to speak on that, but just him not being with the team. I think that would be an awesome pickup for the Blazers. Nick Young,
Most definitely.
Swaggy P,
Yeah.
Herky Jerky.
Yeah, most definitely. Him.
And I see the benefits in bringing those guys in. They got the playoff experience.
Uh-huh.
Like if you think about Swaggy P, yeah, people might think he's a clown, but I mean, come on,
He's a
that
champion.
dude's a
He's a
champion.
champion.
He's a champion.
That dude's a champion.
He's a scorer,
And
professional scorer.
great shooter, spark plug off the bench. So I think bringing in like the Nets did with Jay Craw and Beasley,
Uh-huh.
that just benefits your team in this
Absolutely.
bubble. And they got veteran leadership.
And shout out Michael Beasley.
Yeah, I like that
always
Beasley.
felt like he
Always
needed to be
love
on the
Bees,
team.
bro.
No matter what the media's putting out there, he's always been a solid player.
Solid.
Always.
Even in New York, he was killing. I don't know why New York got rid of him.
He was doing
He was
good in New York.
killing.
What's up with that, Mike?
I'll tell you exactly why.
James
I'll tell you
Dolan.
exactly why. I know how it is over here. You could be killing it and whatnot, but if you kind of got the personality of a Michael Beasley here in New York and you're kind of outspoken and talking and, catching some 5-game suspensions for, marijuana and stuff like that, the owner doesn't like it over here in New York, man. He will just cut you loose, and that's what they did with Beasley. And I think that's why he hasn't been in the league, because of kind of the stain. People think he's a clown, but I mean, listen, I'll take a clown who could ball any day.
Yeah, most definitely.
And speaking of, let me ask you a question. Speaking of New York, New York Knicks, how was that, growing up, you being from New York, how was being a fan of New York, the New York Knicks, I'm sorry.
I don't know if the camera's on me, but I'm doing a little motion. Kind of like it started really, really low.
Yeah.
Then Melo came, it starts picking up, and then boom, Melo leaves. It's back down. So listen, it's been brutal since I've been alive. But with Stephon Marbury, early in those days, it was all right.
I thought Amari and Melo was it for the Knicks.
A little fancy. But then, exactly what you're saying with Melo and Amari, man, the freaking whole New York State, the whole East Coast was fired up when Melo.
I was fired up.
It was sick.
Knicks
Then they
tape.
ran into LeBron.
The Knicks tape.
And Jeremy Lin
The Knicks
came.
tape, man.
And then if you add in Jeremy Lin and Linsanity,
We forgot about. Go ahead.
that was probably the best time to be a Knicks fan, in almost history. That's how electric the city was, and that's why I think they need to draft LaMelo Ball.
I was just finna ask you. Dang, you took my question. How do you feel about that? If you guys were to get the number one pick, and you guys get LaMelo Ball, you think he'll fit that New York attitude, that New York grit?
Tailor-made for
100%.
it.
Listen, man.
You guys ready for LeVar?
He's tailor-made for it, too.
I just want LaMelo.
But you know what comes with LaMelo.
Well, that is true. I'll talk 2 points about LaMelo.
Okay.
His game and the personality. So his game, 6'8". Yeah, he could work on his shooting and whatnot, but we're in a shooting league where he's gonna improve, obviously. 6'8", big body, tall point guard, and then the other side, the personality. I mean, listen, LaMelo's a little bit of an a-hole. I don't know if you watched,
Ball in the family.
Yeah, he's got some attitude to him, and New Yorkers like that attitude. We all got attitude over here, so New Yorkers like that, and I think for him to just take over and pair him with R.J. Barrett, that's a nice young duo right there.
I like R.J. Barrett.
And Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is going to be something amazing for you guys in the next 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah, he has
Dude
a
is
high
on the
ceiling.
rise. He's definitely on the rise. Yeah. Let me get into some questions with you. Inside the buzz. Inside buzz. I know that you've been doing Inside Buzz. You have some interviews lined up. What is some interviews that you want to do in the future?
Oh man, that's a good question. So, I just finished episode 15. I just had Jamario Moon on. So I've had 15 so far. Some good NBA interviews so far, a lot of good stuff. Who I want? Man, I'll take all comers who are notable NBA players, who are media members, journalists, just so I can talk sports with them and kind of put it out to my audience. So any NBA player who comes knocking, whoever follows NBA Buzz on all platforms, I reach out and ask. So anybody, man, I would love. Oh man, I wish Kobe was still here. I'd love to interview.
I was just looking at that. I saw your post. I scrolled all the way down back in January. I probably was thinking that was probably one of the hardest posts you ever had to do.
Oh my God. Yeah. And I was sitting right where I'm at right now, and the news broke, and holy crap, you don't know how fast I ran to my computer to get that out. And listen, as I feel like guilty during that time, that was one of my biggest ever growth periods with NBA Buzz because the Kobe death posts and everything were going so crazy. Everybody kept sharing and posting, and I gained close to like 150,000 followers in about 2 weeks. Facebook. So it's like, I was like, damn, what I could do to give back those followers for Kobe to be alive, So yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, that's facts,
bro.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, why hoops? You said you started this whole NBA Inside Buzz at 12. Why hoops? What you fall in love with basketball? Not the Giants, not the Jets.
Oh, I'm not a football guy. I'm a boxing and a basketball guy. I boxed for about 8 years, like 7 actually. So you guys better watch yourselves. I got the hands over
here. Yeah, we gonna have to see Mikey. Hey. Nigga talking about his neck to his necklace.
Chill, brother, you're wildin'. So look, we had a question last week. Would you, for 25 mil?
Wait, can you answer mine?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hold on, I gotta finish. So at that time, I was all into basketball. I didn't even start boxing yet, and just a Knick fan over here playing middle school basketball, and just loved Kobe back then. So that's why basketball was the pick.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Some long.
He came to New York and dropped 61.
Years in New York.
Man.
I don't even remember it. I was gonna say don't even remind me, but I don't even.
Sad years.
And then LeBron came and dropped a 55. Was it?
And Kobe came and dropped 61.
61, yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah, the back-to-back.
Kobe
thing.
came and dropped 61 at the Garden,
Wow. Okay.
Steph Curry came and dropped.
I need you guys to settle down. I feel like
I mean, you said you got them hands. You said you got them hands.
We can book a flight to Cali, baby. We can get it set up.
Listen, I feel like every big name who's come to freaking MSG.
Lift your ass up, baby. So look, my question. You said you like to fight, or you said you know how to fight, right?
Yeah.
Right, so if the opportunity came to you, if you could do 3 rounds with Mike Tyson, no, 3 hits. 3 hits from Mike Tyson for 25 mil, or would you get slapped by a professional slapper for $500K? Would you do? Which one would you pick?
Tyson. Tyson easily, man.
You gonna take 3 hits from Tyson? GB, explain to him why you. Nah, go ahead, Mike.
About 3 years ago, when I was at like my boxing peak, I had this conversation with my friends recently, something like that. Tyson were to throw 3 punches at me, I think I'd slip one, get that head movement going.
You ain't slipping, brother. You gotta get it head up. You gotta take it.
Then hey, listen, I'm not saying I wouldn't get hit. Then I get rocked by the next 2. And then, hey, I'd be asleep. I'd wake up in a nice hospital bed with all these nurses catering to me, and boom, there's 25 mil.
Thank you. That's exactly my point. I'm taking them hits.
Yeah, but you don't remember.
Taking them hits.
Crazy thing, you're not gonna remember 2009.
But how many times have people taken hits from Tyson for money?
We're not professional fighters.
I know we're not, but we're gonna take that professional money. Come on, bro.
I'm not getting hit by
I'm
Mike.
sorry. I'm not.
Like I said, Mike Tyson put that video out of him. He. I'm not taking the hits.
Think about it. Just think how quick them 3 punches is gonna be. GB. After them 3 punches, you 25 mil.
3 punches, 25. We ain't talking about rounds.
Run me my bread.
Hopefully, you're alive.
Right.
He ain't gonna kill you. I don't care.
Not intentionally. Not intentionally.
He might knock you out, but he ain't gonna kill you.
Man,
He Mike Tyson. I understand that, but he ain't gonna kill you off 3 punches.
I'm not losing my memory of 2016.
Exactly. I'll get slapped
for no 3 punches. Not doing it.
Keep your memory. I'm gonna keep that 25 million.
GB, please explain as to why you wouldn't take 3 hits from Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I want to hear this as well.
Yo, he's not gonna kill you, but that quality of life afterwards is not gonna be one you want. And also, you can't slip. You're taking 3 punches. That's like 8.3 mil a punch.
Fair enough.
And so here's the deal: you get hit once,
Boom.
you get slumped. They pick you back up. They throw some water on your face, get you going again, and they say you got 2 more, and then you get hit again. They pick you back up. I asked this to a homie. He goes, "I would pay 250 mil to not get hit 3 times."
Exactly.
I think that's the only acceptable answer.
I would be out already. He'd just be hitting a dead body.
Exactly, you dead. That's my point. Exactly, you're dead.
They would bring you.
You're not coming back. You're dead.
Bring you back. Bring me back.
The smelling salt, the concussion 2.0s.
I'm gonna be lumped
And
up
Mike,
shit,
Mike,
but I'm
and
be
you're
sitting
skinny.
comfortably.
We're skinny too, so we don't have that much muscle.
Oh, listen, I was speed, all power. I was all speed, no power. So that was me during
Mike.
my
Mike,
days.
you got two goers over. You got 3 goers over here, man. That would have take them hits, man.
I'm gonna take this popcorn to the head. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell a hell of a story for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that 500K and just rest my little face after that slap.
Davion said, "Punch me now, please."
Bank, you crazy? I ain't taking no hits, baby.
Nah.
Oh man.
So I got a question for you guys
Yeah, what's
too,
up?
basketball related. MVP, LeBron or Giannis?
Oh,
Everybody's picking LeBron.
I'm picking LeBron.
I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm gonna say I think I'm
DeMarcus-
gonna have to give it to Giannis.
Yeah,
man.
but DeMarcus Cousins recently broke it down. LeBron's 35 with gray hair, and he's still doing the things that he's doing at that age. It's amazing.
He's 35 and he leads the league in
Age
assists.
means
Come on, man.
nothing in the MVP
That's-
What's
race.
that? What's that, Mikey?
Age means nothing. It's all about the stats. Who's leading to the better record? Which is the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis.
I think-
I mean, listen, Giannis is
I think
freaking.
age does play it, because D Wade was, about what? How old?
I mean,
Nah, D-Wade.
it's impressive,
D-Wade was never
of course.
MVP.
I would not be saying it's not impressive, but listen, the numbers don't lie. What's Giannis at? 32, 13, and 6?
Giannis
Leading
passes the
Milwaukee.
ball. He passes the ball. He can easily get 40 and 20 a night. And 15.
LeBron passes the ball too, and LeBron could get 40 if he wanted to.
LeBron's
think so.
35 and he leads the league
You don't
in
think
assists.
so? LeBron can't
He's
get
the
That
only
is
one at
incredible.
10.
and I'm not a big old LeBron fan, but I feel like LeBron can get 30, 40 any given if he wanted to.
Yeah, if he wanted
If
to.
he wanted to.
But
most
that's what
definitely.
makes him so great by
Exactly.
knowing when and when to do what he got to do.
And not
Exactly.
only that, he transferred his position from small forward to point guard at
all
35.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's always been playing the point, and on every team he's
True.
been playing on,
Yeah.
he's always been the focal
True.
point ball handler.
Yeah, most definitely.
They kind of just posted him as the point guard, but also kind of to piggyback to again, I got Giannis, but piggybacking off that, saying LeBron could go for 35, 40 every night, I think a lot of players can.
Yeah.
If you look at James Harden, look at all the BS shots that he takes, that he chucks, that he misses. I like Harden, but I feel like he could be a lot better.
Mhm.
And I feel like if you give some guys in the NBA Harden's volume, they could be averaging Harden
Okay,
numbers.
so what
It
we not
just-
about to do is have any James Harden slander.
No, it's not James Harden.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
I love him.
We love James.
Yeah.
LA
Compton.
unified, baby.
Yes.
Who in the NBA you feel like needs to have that volume that James Harden gets?
Ooh,
that
that's
don't
a
have
beautiful
it.
question.
Avery Bradley.
MVP. Slap yourself 3 times.
Tatum, and
Yep,
it's gonna
Tatum.
it's gonna
Jason
get there.
Tatum?
I think.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Celtics is stacked.
Yeah.
Man, he's so accurate and he's so smooth, Tatum, that if he gets more shots, which he probably will over time, but like you said, they're so stacked, and when you play for a good coach like Brad Stevens, he's not going to let Tatum get it
Uh-huh.
that often because it just doesn't make sense. It'll just equate to losses.
Yeah.
So that's why that Celtics. I like Tatum a lot. He'll be a great
Who do
superstar.
you think is gonna be the face of the NBA in the next 5 years?
That's a
Once
beautiful-
it's all said, and once LeBron pack it up and say it's all y'all's. Who's gonna take that?
Man, it's tough. It's between 5 guys.
But
We got Luke, we got Zion, we got Ja, we got Trey, and crap, who's the 5th? Who was it? And Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum, yeah.
So,
Can't forget
just-
Giannis too. He's still only like 24.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Giannis
Giannis,
is still young.
And
He is,
AD.
but I think AD is getting a little older, but he's not as young. I think it's going to go LeBron to Giannis, and then down to one of those 5 who I mentioned, probably Luka
say
or
Luka.
I
Zion.
think Zion. If he keeps up the production and he really don't take a dip, a hard dip, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be the next face of the NBA.
Zion.
I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna go left on this. I think that the next face of the NBA has not entered the NBA yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna take
That
it
makes
left.
sense.
I think
Who
that
are you referring to?
who am I referring to?
Whoever comes.
I'm not referring to
Oh,
anybody
okay,
in
okay.
particular, but
okay.
I feel like the next this is my league now type of player hasn't came yet.
Mhm.
I think
Hold on, I gotta hop in. I
I
got
got a couple of people I have in
I
mind,
have
though.
who?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta hop
Go
in,
ahead.
and I'm gonna make you guys laugh. I know I'm gonna. Rico, I think you're tripping, bro.
If you stay off the weed,
All of a sudden.
because you're smoking dope.
What you got?
Listen. I think Luka
I
Doncic is
think
that
Luka
player.
too. Yeah.
Look at what Luka did at 19 years
19.
old. In this
And you
Most
kind of
def.
picky. You did
19
say Luka.
years old.
Nah, I believe it, but I still feel like that super dominant player. Luka is a super dominant player.
Absolutely.
Let's not take that away from him. But there's holes in his game, like defensively.
He's just started though. Rico.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
But there's
I
holes-
feel like that in the next 5 years, there's going to be a superstar that comes out that's going to be undeniably like, oh, this guy is going to the playoffs first year, and he's going to have
who?
multiple championships.
You just don't
What?
know.
No,
like,
I'm forecasting.
What hole is
That's
in
what-
Luka's game?
Defensively.
Okay, so
he's not a
Tom Brady is the
shutdown-
face of the NFL at quarterback position, but he can't take off like Lamar Jackson. You
Yeah,
get
so
what I'm
that's
saying?
a hole
So-
in his game.
Yeah, so just because what I'm saying is just because he lacked defensive doesn't mean he's not going to be a face or something.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm aware. I'm definitely aware, but
Okay.
I'm still
I mean,
taking.
hey, if you want to talk somebody like that, look at Kobe. I mean, come on.
Yep.
Kobe
I-
didn't have a hole in his game.
People don't want to talk the truth about
Yeah.
Kobe. I love Kobe.
What's the truth?
You know, I miss the guy so much. But listen, bro, he freaking some points in his career, his shot percentage wasn't always that high, and his shot taking he wasn't always making the best decisions.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And he's that player. So every player is going to have
Right.
a little knock to the
Yeah,
game.
Right.
of course, yeah.
Like,
Same thing with
Absolutely.
MJ.
you know, but
Everybody's going
Got
to
a
have
little knock to
knock.
his game.
Yeah,
So
most
that doesn't deface Luka because he doesn't play defense.
Yeah, that can easily.
No,
be
I'm not
fixed.
saying that he doesn't play defense. I'm saying that at a championship level, it's something that he's going to have to develop.
But
I
for
feel
you-
like
We're talking about the
someone-
face of the
Yeah,
franchise.
I know, that's
for
what
you,
I'm
but
saying.
for
In
you
the
to say
league.
nobody in the league right now that catches your attention to take over, that's
No, I'm taking it left and saying
Oh, yeah.
that person has not came
He just
yet.
feels like Luka
I
ain't
just
it.
feel like I feel like
yeah, that. And
thank you. And I just feel like that person hasn't showed their head yet. That's
But
all
all
I'm
these-
saying.
like-
Like,
a lot
I
of
can
these
understand
players-
what you said
yeah.
because there is James Wiseman, R.J. Hampton, LaMelo,
Yeah.
what is Cole
Joshua
Anthony?
Christopher, shout
Ain't
out
that his
Ja-
name?
Jacob.
Bronny.
Cole Anthony.
Bronny.
Jacob.
Yeah, Bronny. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I get
exactly.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, most definitely.
But
like,
as
a
far
undeniable
as
force kind of thing.
as far as what we're watching right now,
Oh yeah, the 5 that
I'll
you
either
guys
say
picked,
Zion or Luka.
Yeah, yeah, the
Easy.
5 that
Agreed.
you guys picked was solid. Yeah, most definitely. But I just
He's
feel
just been Max Kellerman.
yeah, I just feel right now
basically,
like there isn't that for sure. Like that's the guy.
and Jalen Green. Shout out Jalen Green.
Yeah,
too.
and I
Yeah,
think he's
Jalen.
saying that too because we've already seen what these players could do.
Yeah,
possibly.
in
I
the
don't know,
style in
Rico.
which
I-
but
Man.
like
they
no.
just started though. That's the thing.
How old is
Yeah,
Luka
that's what-
Doncic? 22? 21?
He's like
he ain't
20.
even- he just turned 21.
20 years
20.
old.
He just
Man.
turned 21
older
or some things
yeah.
or something
Yeah,
like
he
that.
gonna be
yeah.
around.
I'm 4 years older than him.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I'm a year older than him. I can't even believe
Yeah.
it. And Rico, I want to piggyback off your point. I mean, you are making a good point that, yeah, maybe you think he's not in the league, that transcendent talent. But I think, obviously, he is, like the
Oh, of
players
course,
I
yeah.
mentioned. But I think as the time goes on, those talents are going to be coming a lot quicker and almost like every other year in the draft, just because of, if you look at the training that these kids go through and kind
Oh,
of,
man.
you know, the competition that they're facing at freaking 14, 15, 16 years old, they're all developing in like, you know, double the speed.
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
think guys a lot quicker.
That's very true.
Most
That's very
def-
true.
and what they're doing now with the youth basketball, which is years beyond what I thought basketball would be out here. Like the AAU basketball has been phenomenal. They're getting pro level type of training at 10, 11, 12, all the way through, the American ranks and things of that nature. So that's more of the reason why I say that, that super player has not showed his head yet. But I feel like that is coming.
That's cool.
It's
That's
definitely coming.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. So Mike, I know we don't have too much time. I know we might have to wrap up the show. Elliot, how much more time we have?
Only 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10
We
minutes.
got 10 minutes. Cool.
Yeah, Mike. So we got 10-minute freestyle. So usually, I know this is NBA Buzz take over Hood Take, but we like to end the show on like a free flow type of deal. Final thoughts. You could talk about anything, life, But we gonna let you present it. So you present it, how you want to do it for this last 10 minutes. It could be about, you go ahead. It's on you.
All right. Well, I don't want to talk too much about myself,
no,
but
no.
Do you?
I mean, I gotta guess. I gotta see what I gotta talk about with you guys. Let's see.
Somebody's phone booming.
Right. Metro.
Yeah, all my boys outside. Got a little party going on in the back. I had to step in.
Wow. Shout out to your boys, man.
No, it's all good. Hey, it's a pleasure you guys having me on. Where do you guys think social media is going in the future?
Social media
that's a
is
good
the
question.
wave.
What like in what aspect? Like,
What do you think is going to be the next wave that people are going to ride on? How do you think sports are going to implement social media in different ways? I got some thoughts on
I
it, but
have a very big,
hear yours.
big
They
thought.
need to let the fans on Instagram pick the All-Star teams.
Facts.
Interesting.
So
The
Interesting.
NBA need to put a
What's
poll
your-
out.
what's
Not
your
a
wave
stripper
on it,
pole.
Mikey? What's your
you
wave?
know,
Poll.
You know what, Mike? Let me answer that. I feel like with the whole coronavirus that's going on, I think it's going to be a minute for us to get back to normal. So I think now the way social media is applied to that, it's just like I was watching the BET Awards, and it was nobody in the crowd, so it was just more so us getting comfortable of treating it like it's at our house. Just how they had it, having the artists perform, at a little whatever they were at, a location, and just watch it from our house. I don't think we're gonna. It's not gonna be normal. It's for a minute. It's not gonna be interaction with any type of sports or concerts or music events. I think social media is gonna play a key role within the next 2 years.
Yeah.
I really feel like.
And I'm a tag in and piggyback off of what you just said. I really think that there's going to be a big change in how cable is going to be produced.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to go the social media route, like ESPN, all these things. They're going to do more streaming platforms than, and try to make it, social media friendly and things of that nature, than going to DirecTV and being like, oh, pay $5.90. I mean, pay, this for these amount of channels. I think in the next, 5 to 10 years, they're going to transition from the cable platform to being TV like the Netflix, the Hulu, and the things like that.
Facebook and Instagram is going to be
apps.
very
exactly.
powerful.
The apps is going to be the new cable. That's what I believe that social media is going to be.
Believe it or not, the apps are already the new cable. I got Sling.
Right.
That's
I
a
got
whole
Roku.
app.
Roku, however you say it.
I agree, guys. And if you look at the history of journalism and stuff like that, look at magazines and look at newspapers. We don't read those anymore. We're reading news off our phone, off Twitter, all articles online.
From you.
So I think social media is going to transition like that, and kind of along what you guys were saying, different ideas, different platforms. Look at TikTok. Look how TikTok's taking over.
You can do duets on TikTok. You can interact with people. It's just like.
Exactly, man. It's crazy. And, I think for sports like that, I think they're going to work on new camera angles, more interactions with these players, maybe coming off the court and automatically doing they do the interviews, but bringing kind of social media varieties to just make people more engaged. And I think the NBA is the best league in the world because of how they are on social media.
Big facts,
Big facts.
I follow baseball. I'm a big Yankee fan, right? Big MLB fan as well, but you don't see MLB and Yankee highlights all over social media.
Not at all.
You don't see the NHL. You don't see even boxing highlights all over the place because those leagues. I mean, listen, they make millions of dollars. How can, and billions? How can I call them stupid? But I think they don't understand how much of an influence social media has, and letting their highlights get out without flagging them for copyright, because that's why you don't see them everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Those have their highlights copyrighted. The NBA and Adam Silver understand that all these young fans want to see the highlights if they can't be watching the game on the TV.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see a lot more of that, a lot more just sports all over the place, and sports rule all. So that's how I think
Yeah,
it's
I
going to be.
definitely like how you share. Like, you had James Johnson over here. What was it? What was his nickname? Joe Johnson? ISO Joe?
ISO Joe.
Yeah, you were showing about what he used to do, years ago and stuff. Today, like 2 years ago, he dropped like 35 and 8, saying Brooklyn versus Wizards or something like that,
Another free agent that should be picked up.
Yeah,
He did that in the TBT tournament. That's what I was
Oh,
covering.
yeah, okay. Yeah, he was putting it out there, and I like how, you jump back and stuff, because it's always going to be basketball content. It's always going to be something that, okay, yeah, ISO Joe was nice, and didn't get the type of credit he probably deserved at the time. But it's definitely good to see, because some heads, they all about LeBron James. They don't even think about Michael Jordan. They don't even think about Kobe Bryant, It's just about LeBron James because what they used to. But it's cool to see even somebody like ISO Joe get recognized, and somebody who could just be jumping on, your page on Instagram can see something like that. They can be privy to the NBA because they don't really know boxing, old school baseball players, some football players. But I think as far as the NBA and what they create, as far as their content and what they interact with the fans and the players, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, LeBron James, right now, today's game, I think is very pivotal for where social media is going to go.
For sure. And kind of to go a little off topic on that, but to keep bringing up LeBron, LeBron is such a notable figure and people love hearing about him so much. It's almost like sometimes I have like 3 LeBron posts during the day and people start complaining. So that's what, and he's the top dog in the league. People want to know what he's saying, but that's why I like digging deep to kind of, bring all different angles.
Right.
What happened on this day in history? Oh, you guys remember when Jeremy Lin was a thing? All old stuff like that, but combined with the new stuff. That's been my formula for success over the years, especially during quarantine. Oh my God, it's been kind of rough trying to find
Most definitely
bring forward.
So before we end the show, Mike, we like to go around the table for ourselves too and talk. So I want to say thank you for coming on this show, brother.
Yeah, thank you, man.
I want to thank you for being so humble.
Big ups to you.
You are the motivation, man. You 21 years old, started your platform at 12. 10 years later. Don't go 10 years later. Look at you, man. You're the definition of started from. you're the definition of starting from the bottom. Don't laugh at this fool. Nah, but you're the definition of starting from the bottom and making your way up to the top. And I salute you. I admire your work, man. You're very consistent on your posts. You're very consistent with just your whole overall page. And I'm not gonna lie. I look at your page sometimes, like when I need to talk about a topic. Let me go to NBA Buzz, and that's what it is. And I thank you for always, for putting out that information. Because without you, just like you said, like, about newspapers and everything, putting that stuff out to look for basketball. I look at you. I don't go to ESPN. Sometimes I don't go to ESPN. When I want to get a quick read, I go to NBA Buzz. And I thank you, man. You're the motivation. You're the blueprint. And we're going to see you up there, brother. Thank you for blessing us with your presence and, taking this time out your busy day and doing this.
I appreciate it, Denzel. Really, it means a lot, probably more than you guys know. It's just all my hard work over the years paying off, and you listen to respond to that. I'm not done, man. I'm only 21.
Man,
we got
the next 10 years ahead of you.
Next
scary
10, 20,
thing, man.
I'm not gonna start working until I got some kind of fame in the media industry.
As you should.
I'll see you guys in 10 years. I'll see you guys in 10 years for another interview.
We're gonna see you.
Yeah.
And anytime you guys want to talk.
One more question for the young dude, that's 12 years old, or even our age, what advice would you give them? They in the room right now. They, and it's a lot of pages like that. You have a lot of basketball pages. You have a lot of NFL pages. You have a lot of baseball pages. That's like, they're not getting the likes or the respect that they want. So they're ready to give up. So, from you to them, what advice would you give?
Yeah, man. I've had this question before on a different show, and I always keep it real. because listen, I started in 2012 when social media was a much different place, and when there really weren't too many pages out there and too many people like me talking what I do with NBA Buzz. And here we are in 2020, 8 years later, in an extremely, packed up field of these pages trying to get big. So my advice to kids like that, or what you guys are doing, and what I love what you guys are doing, you guys differentiate yourselves from the pack. And that should be a life lesson, and that should be a lesson in social media and sports, because people don't want to see the same every day, BS post like, oh, here's what LeBron did. They want to see, that's why I started Inside Buzz, so I could bring in my original content and people could get, privy to that stuff. So, diversifying yourself and taking different angles and whatever you're going to go in life is definitely, the way to do it. And thinking outside of the box is basically what I was getting to.
Well,
appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Well, look, man, I think that's all the time we got.
Final thoughts for everybody around the room.
Oh, go ahead.
Make sure we go around.
Go ahead.
For sure. I'm gonna give you your props. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much again for blessing us with your presence, letting us, feed off of your following and things of that nature. We appreciate you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Second, merchandise. New merchandise is going to come out within the next 2 to 4 weeks. This is the first shirt that was available. I have another shirt as well. Denzel's going to bring a different style. GB is going to bring a different style. And we're just going to compete.
Hey, but it's okay, though.
Fuck your style.
It's okay, though.
What we're going to do is we're going to have a friendly competition. We're going to have a friendly competition on whose style is the better one. We're going to take it. We're going to compete on social media in the next couple weeks to see whose style should be the best.
Compete for style?
Yes. What style of shirt do our...
style of shirt.
Yes. See, that's why I skipped them. Y'all, you get me? You feel me? That's why you got skipped. So what we gonna do is we gonna start promoting designs and things of that nature. So go to
all
just
y'all
different
graphic designers out there. if y'all want a quick little 200,
so
get them design.
Most def.
We need it.
hit up. We're gonna hit up just different on Instagram. We're gonna hit up IQ Architect on Instagram, GB on Instagram. We're gonna hit this mother up on Instagram.
Wait, so you doing all our final takes?
Yeah. Go ahead.
And listen, boys, I got to get in a word because I'm dropping some merch probably over the next month.
Yes, sir.
Merch up.
I will be sure to text Denzel, and I will get all your addresses, and I'll send you guys a little care package.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Big Mike, I need that.
And
we're going to do the same thing for you once we get up and running.
I was gonna say, in return, you gotta match the
Hey, we gonna come to NY. We gonna come out there with you, brother.
Yeah, you gotta show us around NY. I ain't never been.
GB, your thoughts?
You gotta wear a shirt that says Dirk's ring is not as valuable as KD's.
Oh, that's coming.
Yeah,
that's
you
coming,
gotta wear
baby.
that shirt.
That's coming, baby.
Yeah, man, Mikey, it was a pleasure, bro. All the way from NY. Appreciate you for jumping on the show, being so humble and gracious. I appreciate that. Final takes, man. It's good to be back on the show with the fellas.
Good. Yes, sir.
Appreciate everybody. Everybody be safe this week.
Love you, GB.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I had a question. If you could choose who's your favorite out of this whole bunch, just answer. I just need to know. I just need to know. And we're not gonna get mad at you, but who would you pick? And I don't want to hear no. I love all you guys. Who you look forward to? Who do you look forward to on the show?
I'm gonna start it off. Don't go crazy with that. Like all you guys. But Rico makes me laugh my butt off.
Because what?
Hey.
Rico make the show. Yeah.
Because he's Max Kellerman.
Yeah. Rico make the show.
The DX.
Wait. Do you say that because he say all the stuff that we not gonna say, like Vince Carter won a ring?
Kind of like he's all over the place.
Oh,
thank you very much for the.
That's one of them awards you don't want.
I'm just scratching my head.
He said Rico make you like us on the
Exactly. Thank you very much for the style. I do this for everybody each week.
Look,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Vince Carter been to the finals. I forgot about that
He
one.
prides himself on being the Max Kellerman of the bunch. He wanted to be the Uncle Sam of the bunch. He want to be the odd one out. He's not gonna just say what's right and that he know is right. He's gonna say what's wrong because that's just who Rico is.
Goddamn right.
So you like Rico? You don't like nobody.
I like Rico too.
Exactly.
I know a lot of dudes like Rico.
A lot of buffoons.
A
lot of buffoons. A lot of buffoons. Nah, thank you.
But listen, guys, I just want a closing word too. You know, it was a pleasure. Listen, Denzel, I'm happy.
We settled that beef.
I'm happy. I'm just happy that beef even kind of started.
Yeah, for real.
Nah, I'm happy.
I'm beyond. So it's funny how things happen in life. So
put people in position.
Yeah, Mikey, he told me about you. He almost had me ride on you. You almost had me ride on you. You almost had to come there and watch.
Nah, man.
You was gonna catch some boxing hands.
Yeah,
bro.
I know, right? I was gonna come out there and get work.
Who you got tonight's fight? Usman. Who you got tonight? You watch UFC?
Usman, but I got money on Masvidal because that line is too good.
Too good.
To not
He's underdog.
Anything could happen in the UFC.
He's a real brawler, though.
Listen, they're both dogs. They are both dogs in that octagon, man. So that they could do, it could go either way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show today, Mikey.
Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Thank you. Hey, Mike. And one more question. This is my last question.
Hey, Mike.
He's excited.
All right, look.
Mike, you ain't going nowhere.
Look. All right.
I gotta go. Hey, listen, I paid for that fight out there. I gotta catch some of it.
Let me see your step back. Let me see your step back. You got a step back?
You're gonna make me
Let
do
me
a
see your
step
step
back,
back, brother. Let me see.
You
Let me see your step back. You got some room, baby.
I gotta get up and do this.
Really?
Really?
Step back.
I need the camera
You
on.
got it. Oh.
Do a little hard and dribble, bang
That's
bang,
not hard,
Bang,
brother.
bang.
step.
Oh, okay.
Don't run it to the poster.
Hey,
That was a clean step.
Hey,
That was Mikey.
I appreciate you for showing us your step back because Rico still ain't showed us his. We seen GB.
I was the first one though, but okay.
We seen
We still ain't seen yours.
Hey, Mike, what's your step back?
What's
looking
your
like?
step
All right,
back
so look
looking
on
like?
today's episode of All right, Mikey, man, we're gonna let you get to that fight. All right, brother.
Big Mike, man, thank you so much, man. Thank you for taking the time out your busy day and coming on here on Hood Take It, taking over, brother. We
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you.
Appreciate
All
you.
love, and we gonna set it up again in the future, brother. But until then, logging out.
Fellas, anytime, hit me up whenever, and I'll hop on anytime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We might
Thank
need
you to
come
every
on.
fan that tuned in on today's episode. We appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you to the
Keep on
fans.
tuning
Thank you,
in.
thank
Like,
you, thank you.
share, subscribe.
Make sure y'all
everything.
keep sharing everything that's going on with NBA Buzz, Inside Buzz, all that.
Shout
Make sure y'all
yourself
tune in
out,
if
Mike.
y'all ain't already tuned in.
Shout your pages out, Mike. Shout your pages out.
Yes, so you could find me, my personal is at Mikey Domagala on Instagram. You guys see my name below me, so just type that into Instagram. You could find me there. At official NBA Buzz on Instagram and Twitter. Straight up, just NBA Buzz on Facebook. That's where I'm my biggest with where I'm 2.7 million followers about. And Inside Buzz on YouTube. You can check out all my interviews with NBA players like Ryan Hollins, Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman, Jamario Moon, and everybody who I got on there talking great topics.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you so much, man. And like I said, thank you for coming on. And then go enjoy that fight, Big Mike. We really appreciate you, man. From the bottom of the heart.
Oh, believe me, second I hang up, I'm running up there, man.
Don't trip.
I won't.
Don't trip, brother.
All right, Mikey.
What you sipping on? No, I'm playing. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Hood Take It. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
All right, Mike. Thank you so much, man. Yes, sir.
Do I hang up?